Hello to everyone, and welcome back to the Multifamily Mastery Podcast. This is the podcast where I take you on a journey into multifamily investing as a complete beginner and hopefully end up somewhere someday. I'm your host, Jonathan Zook, and once again, welcome. Today, I am absolutely honored to have the Sophia Mendez here on my podcast. Sophia, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay, hi guys. I'm Sophia Mendez and I'm 16 years old and I live in Moses Lake, Washington, but I invest in single family properties in Grant County, Washington. And I am a high school student and a cheerleader. And I met Jonathan Zook at a multifamily event, by the way. So,
So yeah, like she said, we met at Multifamily Live 2023. It was fun. Highly recommend y'all going. Come next year. It's great. All right. So today we're going to be focusing on friendships, mentorships, and events, all that kind of stuff. So kind of just relationships and people in general. So, Sophia, what is the benefit of having mentors, especially for younger people like us?
I would say that the benefit is having someone to push you to get things done, right? Because sometimes I feel like it's hard just on your own to stay disciplined and determined to do something. Even if you want it really bad, just some days is like an off day, right? You don't want to
Hmm.
go to the gym, you don't want to get up and do that thing, right? So having someone always be there to keep you accountable and to keep you on track is a good thing and definitely recommended to get a mentor.
Yes, very true. So personally for you, how has your mentor helped you?
A lot, actually. Without my mentor, I probably wouldn't have even done real estate and I probably would have quit already because it's definitely not easy and it's very demanding in different ways, but and stressful sometimes too. But I mean, my mentor brought me relationships and took me to different events. I mean, I've met a lot of people who have all brought me different things, right? Through those relationships and yeah, also brought me deals and stuff like that.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that's sweet. So transitioning into the event part of things, why is it so important to go to real estate investing events?
Again, to meet people, that's super important. I feel like in this business too, like everything is mostly about connections, right? Because you know this person who knows this person who knows this person that could help you with something that you're struggling with, you know? So when you go to those events, you meet people who are doing the same things. You can connect with them in different ways that you wouldn't connect with someone back at home or something. And you guys can share interests, ideas, partnerships. You know, you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who's gonna become your next friend, partner, spouse, whatever. Like, you never know. So it's
Yeah,
good to
that's
meet
very
people.
true. So how has your experience at these real estate events been personally?
Personally, it's been really great. It's been very eye-opening, very cool to be around different people and different surroundings and people that are doing what I do too, because I did start going to real estate events when I was a little kid, when because my parents started doing real estate when I was around 8 years old. And I didn't really like it at first, but then I learned to, like some parts of it. Obviously not all the parts because some are kind of boring and yeah, but whatever. The point is I started going to real estate events and it kind of opened my mind a little bit to, what that was about and what real estate was about because I didn't know at first. But anyways, the point is the more time that I spent at these events and the more people that I met, the more I realized that not everything was just about a 9 to 5. And yeah,
Yeah. In my opinion, friendships and accountability go hand in hand. Do you agree with that?
yes, I mostly agree with that because I think the people that you hang around are usually kind of what you become, right? There's like the saying where like tell me who are the 5 people that you hang around the most and I'll tell you who you will be or who you are or who you will become. And I think that's true because if your friends like reading, they're probably going to be like, hey, why don't you read? Hey, come to this book club with us, whatever, whatever. Like, right. They're always kind of pushing you to do things like accountability, where you're almost kind of being pushed, but pushed to do something that you got to do. Right. So I think friends do. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So how do you stay accountable and on task while managing everything that you do, which is quite a lot?
Yeah. because there's school and there's cheer and there's real estate, which is actually not even a lot, but it's a lot of things when you're going to school and then cheer and then somehow you're trying to fit real estate in there and go to these meetings and these events, right? It's a whole thing, but feels like two different lives sometimes, but it's okay. The point is, I'm actually not always on task, right? I'm not a robot. I'm not gonna sit and work all the time. I literally can't. I get bored while I work. I'm always doing something while, you know, maybe it's not that great, but sometimes I watch TV while I work, just kind of back and forth multitasking. But lately I've been having a schedule because if not, especially during the summer, I get bored, I decide to go do something else. I forget what I was going to do. I go get a snack, I sit down, I watch TV, I go for a walk. Like I completely forget what I was supposed to do that day and it never gets done. So I give myself a schedule, I somewhat stick to it, and I try to stay on task. But if not, I'll give myself a break and then go back to it.
Yeah, that's a great idea for anyone that's looking to get on task more. Maybe I should even try that. So you have been pretty experienced in mostly in the single family world or the aspect of real estate. So kind of give me a brief talk and rundown of the deals that you've done so far.
Okay, so I have started with single family mostly because my parents did single family, or they still do. And they also do multifamily and they also build, which I don't even know why I said that, but I'm definitely starting out because usually, right, you want to have some money before you go into multifamily, which is not a rule, right? You don't have to do that, but I want to have my money for my down payment or just extra, just in case. I so I've done 7 deals so far. Well, seven, some of them are in progress, but the first one I was 15 years old, right? I started real estate when I was 14 actually, but so I got my first deal when I was 15 and I just gave that away to my mentor because he was mentoring me for free. So I was like, take the house, it's yours, right? So then the second one I wholesaled to my parents and that's it. I wholesaled it to them. And then the third one was my first flip, my first partnered up flip with my parents. Again, they are very, they're a very supportive family. Without them, I probably even wouldn't be able to do this. So let's thank
Same.
them. Yeah. And then the fourth deal is actually a deal that I'm currently trying to close right now. It was supposed to close a few days ago, but there's a few things going on. But that deal has actually also brought me a 1973 Datsun, a car. So that's cool too, a house and a car. And then there's another one that is also currently under progress. It'll close in August, and then another one that is closing in a few days, and then another one that is closing in September, I believe, which I should double check and I should know. So yeah,
Dang.
that's it.
Yeah, for 16, that's pretty dang good. I need to up my game over here. Yeah, so if you guys want more details on that, you did an episode with Bill Allen on his podcast, Seven Figure Flipping. I can link that in the description. That wasn't all of the deals, but it was a lot more detail in the first few of them. So I'll link that down there. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's all we got time for today. Thank you very much for being on here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jonathan. I was happy to be here.